is that? Get out of here! Get out of here!
Welcome back to the mysterious world of the undiscovered and the horrifying, the strange and the frightening. What's caught on doorbell cameras? From supernatural sightings to creepy confrontations, we'll take you through the most mind-boggling moments seen on doorbell cameras. Doorbell cameras might be better than the old-fashioned peepholes, but it's still shocking to look at the footage your camera captured and see something horrifying. Our experts have scoured the internet to find news, footage, and unexplained phenomena captured on these cameras. From creepy stalkers caught staring into the camera to forced entries and robbers, get ready to be taken on a journey of the most scary and bizarre moments ever caught on doorbell cameras. Doorbell cameras aren't made to capture the inexplicable or the worst-case scenarios, but sometimes it ends up doing just that. So get ready and let's dive into the most disturbing things caught on doorbell camera. Haunted humming. What happens when a doorbell camera picks up something shockingly haunting and absolutely unexplained? It goes viral. That's what happened to Ryan Beard, who posted a video from his Ring camera that captured a spooky humming noise. This sound was loud, lasting only about 10 seconds, confusing everyone who heard it. It even caught the attention of the local meteorologist, who speculated the noise could have been a test of the sirens by Duke Energy, a local company. However, both Colonial Pipeline and Duke Energy have denied responsibility, saying the noise absolutely didn't come from their facilities. In the video, the strange sound can be heard eerily across the night sky, making the neighborhood wonder even more as to the origin of the mysterious sound. Even scarier, someone else replied to the video, saying they had also heard the noise. Was it a haunted humming? Many questions remain, but one thing is certain: no one quite expected something like this to be caught on a doorbell camera. Angel of protection. Sometimes the things caught on camera divide opinion. Some people may be convinced something is disturbing and even creepy, while others may feel the same thing as comfort. This was the case for Robert Mansfield from England, who posted a video of a mysterious white mark which could be seen as a winged figure flying away, captured on his Ring doorbell. He believes the figure was an angel, perhaps watching out for his family from a higher being. As he states in the post, his family had a rough time recently, and the thought of an angel watching over them brought comfort in a time of distress. There have been debates about whether or not the figure was an angel, as some argue it could just be a reflection of the 7-year-old's son's coat. Others, however, thought it could be something worse, a ghostly figure passing through the night sky. It could be that what Mansfield thought was an angel was, in fact, some haunted apparition, and that instead of comfort, the video could bring fear. Whatever the case, it is certainly an interesting example of the things that can be caught on doorbell cameras, from the disturbing to the miraculous. Ghost fox. Apparitions come in all shapes and sizes, and while they're thought of as being just stories, there's one that many fear could be real. A mother living in Netherton, Merseyside, freaked out after checking her Ring doorbell camera notifications and finding a ghost fox walking across her lawn. The fox disappeared suddenly after crossing her front lawn, and the camera could no longer detect it. After seeing the footage, the lady who found it couldn't sleep and even looked to see if the fox had left any droppings. Finding nothing to confirm it had even been there, the animal itself appears to almost move in a see-through state, giving off the impression that it might have been a ghostly apparition. Was it a glitch in the camera or something more? From the footage, you can see a shadow of something that appears to be small, almost resembling a fox, but the mystery obviously remains. Could this be a ghost fox? The footage freaked out the woman so much that she still hasn't been able to shake it off, and many internet commenters share the same opinion. While foxes do live in the area, they're not common, and one that knows how to magically disappear is even less likely. Bear attack. Sometimes it's always good to have a reminder that you don't know what kind of frights may be lurking behind you or right outside the door. In South Carolina, a lumbering black bear was spotted in astonishing footage trying to devour an unsuspecting security camera. Thanks to Ring, cameras were able to capture the bear making several attempts to swallow the device. The bear can be seen inspecting the camera, clawing at it, and then trying to eat it. It gives a disturbing view of the interior of the bear's mouth and exposes just how powerful and sharp sharp its teeth truly are. Even scarier, the bear could have easily done much more damage than it did. If you've ever wanted evidence that it's probably a good idea to check your doorbell camera before going outside, this is it. Imagine what would have happened if the unsuspecting owner had gone out the door at the wrong moment. While bears aren't usually a threat to humans, it's definitely a thrilling reminder that you can never know what's just outside of your door. Sword attack.
Have you noticed someone coming
Racism again. Racism again on the
He didn't suddenly wake up one day and want to smash the house up with a sword. This has been going on for nearly a year since they moved in last August, said an anonymous neighbor of Firas El-Hajaji, a 29-year-old whose rage was palpable in the doorbell footage that showed him in the most disturbing light possible. In the video, El-Hajaji is seen approaching the family's home with a 3-foot sword designed to intimidate the family and threaten the home's safety. He can be seen hacking at the door, trying desperately to get in. Fortunately, a woman was able to de-escalate the situation and force El-Hajaji back to his residence.
You will after I finish with their house. You will after I finish with their house.
While it's good the situation ended without further escalation, the unknown family must still feel the fear of living next door to someone that has the capability to do something so horrible. What makes it scarier is the fact that El-Hajaji was convicted and fined for the attack, yet moved back in with his family just one day later. UFO. In this bizarre footage, something unexplained can be seen shining in the sky. At first look, it seems to be a meteor, and some locals reported it as such, but a closer look shows that it is more than what it seems, and that it may very well be something paranormal. Its slow and deliberate trajectory had made some speculate that it is an alien aircraft, and it has been described as having blue-green tinges that seem to come from nowhere. The UFO-like craft can be seen above or around the house, before quickly fading away. After being posted on social media, many questioned if this was somehow connected to the recent UFO sighting in Las Vegas. Many believe that the video captures something more cosmic and unexplained, leading people to theorize whether or not it's connected to something otherworldly. While the footage could very well just be a meteor or some other natural phenomenon, it's undoubtedly a disturbing reminder of the unknown that exists in our universe. Ghost Girl. Many hauntings end up being just hearsay, but what happens when one makes its way to our doorsteps? That's what startled one neighborhood in Ohio recently, when a doorbell camera captured a ghostly figure. It was the middle of the night when a 7-year-old girl was caught running down the street. To the dismay of the police and families in the neighborhood, she was nowhere to be found when they arrived. While they couldn't get to the bottom of what or who it was, there's now crucial evidence thanks to the camera that it happened. With eerie footage of a childlike figure swiftly moving and glowing in the night, the neighborhood is left to question what really blew through the street that night. Is it a spooky spirit or another unsolved mystery? All we know is that this 7-year-old ghost, caught on a doorbell camera, left more questions than answers in her wake and doesn't even seem to actually exist. What makes it more bizarre is that a police officer reported seeing the same figure. I was surprised by what I saw. The person appeared to be a small child, running rather erect and too quickly for a child, and when he got out of his car to catch her, whatever it was simply disappeared. Could it have been a ghost or something even more sinister? Sunland Park goblins. Sometimes, scary things that go bump in the night bring more of a stun than a fright. A doorbell video in Sunland Park, a city just outside El Paso, had something strange lurking around a home. In the video, 2 transparent, obscure figures can be seen darting across the screen at 1:30 a.m. Initially posted on Instagram by a horrified user, this video has El Pasoans debating the identity of the mysterious figures. Some believe they were duendes, or goblin-like creatures, while others think it was just a glitch in the Matrix, or even someone trying to live the American dream, and it was just a couple of kids running by. While some viewers found it was a faithful representation of paranormal activities, others thought it was just a result of poor video quality. It's unlikely we'll ever really know what those mysterious figures were, but the doorbell video is more than enough evidence for us to start theorizing, and these terrifying figures could very well be proof of something disturbing. Ghost Dad. When it comes to the paranormal, there are believers and there are skeptics. Many skeptics wouldn't even consider believing in the paranormal until they were forced to face it with their very eyes. And that's exactly what happened to Phil Johnson, a 31-year-old dad who witnessed something unexplainable fly past the lens of his doorbell camera. Johnson reportedly never believed in paranormal activity and was a solid skeptic who never thought his disbelief would be questioned. When he saw the object his doorbell camera had captured, however, he had doubts. The object flew past his head, outstretching and seemingly transparent, leaving Phil and his partner equally freaked out. What left Phil even more baffled was that no one else had experienced anything similar or even seen the object on the camera in the first place. He posted the footage online, seeking answers, and many suspect it could be a ghost. Is Phil now a believer in the paranormal? I never used to believe in ghosts, but now I do, he said when asked about what had taken place. When even his most skeptical friends had no explanation, he was forced to accept the fact that he may have seen something out of the ordinary that day. Was it a ghost, or was it something even more disturbing? Los Angeles stalker.
I need you to go shower. Please, Daniel. Who's that? Who is that? Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! There's a guy outside. Look.
Los Angeles is a generally safe place to live, but every once in a while there's something, or in this case someone, who doesn't abide by the law. TikTok user Jojo Ramirez posted an utterly terrifying moment when a stranger followed her and her son to her front door and tried to get inside, while she and her son narrowly escaped thanks to the security of her locked door, and the whole incident was caught on her doorbell camera. In the footage, she can be seen conversing with her son before realizing the horrible situation at hand. A stranger outside her door. Immediately she begins shouting, "Get out of here! Get out of here!"
Who is that? Get out of here! Get out of here! There's a guy outside. Look.
The sense of absolute fear and panic that was captured in the video is truly astounding. It's a disturbing scene that had many viewers believing they had almost witnessed a murder or a kidnapping or something worse. If she hadn't locked her door when she did, the result could have been a lot different, with a lot more heartache. At the end of the footage, the man can just be seen staring creepily into the peephole before finally leaving. Phone home. If you've ever seen E.T.'s long alien-like fingers, then you probably have a good idea that this footage taken on a Ring doorbell camera is not human. A homeowner from Tennessee noticed an alien-like figure outside of their door that moved along in a strange and smooth way. The camera angles make it difficult to make out exactly what the creature was, but many people guess it could have been a snake getting ready to strike. Others commented on the video, speculating the creature was some kind of alien metal detector. Despite this, other critics pointed out that the location of whatever this was didn't seem natural, and it would be more likely to be a snake, bug, or some other king of natural animal that just so happened to be crawling around through the night. Whatever it was, the mysterious figure was only visible when the camera's night vision was turned on, before suddenly disappearing when the homeowner turned the lights on. This bizarre creature, whether animal or alien, definitely proves that anything can be caught on a doorbell camera, and it's probably best to watch your step before leaving your house. Even if this alien-looking creature was just a snake, you definitely don't want to run into one of those either. Hartlepool stalker. Stalkers are the source of plenty of internet mysteries and horror stories, but when one appears on your doorbell camera, the shock is next level. Sure, creepypastas and online stories can send chills down your spine, but when an actual stalker shows up at your door, the fear you feel is next level. That's what happened to a Hartlepool resident who was unfortunately caught in just that situation. At 3 a.m. on Monday, a tall, skinny-built man in a dark-colored jacket walked to the footpath in front of her house, standing still and looking down at his phone for 6 minutes before walking away. An hour later, he returned, running from the side of her house into a car. Nothing was taken, but lots of questions remained about who the man was. The woman exclaimed that this stranger's appearance was super creepy and reported the incident to the police. What made it even creepier, however, is that another neighbor had seemingly experienced the same thing a week or so before, and to add even more horror to the situation, a car was seen passing the house around the time of the first sighting of the man, leading some keen viewers to believe that this was the work of some sort of trafficking ring. Neighborhood psycho. Sometimes, it's not even a stalker that gives you the creeps. Just because something isn't paranormal or unexplained, however, doesn't mean it's not disturbing. One of the most frightening doorbell cam moments to ever be caught was an incident involving a drunken Normanton man. The man, Shacklock, had walked up to the door of his former next-door neighbor and made threatening gun and knife gestures, including threatening to cut up the entire family. The man's terrifying behavior was thankfully recorded by a doorbell camera, which helped the police to identify the culprit and eventually take action. The man was sentenced to 4 months in jail, but not until after he was arrested by the police and had made a chilling gesture, warning the victim that, in 24 hours, I will be out. It's a true reminder that doorbell cameras are valuable tools in preventing crimes in more ways than one, but also the source of some disturbing nightmare fuel. Seeing this happen right in front of your doorstep might make anyone a tad nervous. Lubbock haunting. A Ring camera in Lubbock, Texas captured a strange occurrence that shocked residents. A ghostly figure appears to move through the video from left to right, then takes a sharp left in front of the camera. It sent chills down the spine of the homeowner who decided to check his security footage to see what was up. This hauntingly chilling video is then followed by some ghostly noises, further adding to the mystery. The eerie figure could have simply been a person dressed in reflective gear and moving quickly, but that technology isn't available and doesn't explain the sudden out-of-nowhere movements, the ghostly noises, or the almost transparent area in the video. Could this be the best evidence of a ghost ever caught on a Ring camera? People have debated over this eerie video more than any other, and it could very well be irrefutable proof of the paranormal. While the footage is undoubtedly disturbing, the one good thing is that whatever the ghost is, it doesn't seem to want to do any harm, other than maybe startling the living daylights out of a few people. The ghost really seems more interested in finding its way across the desolate Lubbock landscape. Bugs or fairies. When a surprisingly strange video of 3 dots of light moving in the night sky was caught on a Ring doorbell camera, it immediately sparked debate among Redditors. Was this unusual behavior caused by bugs, aliens, ghosts, or fairies? Some viewers opted to go with the natural explanation and guessed that the strange moving objects were maybe bugs caught in a spiderweb being buffeted by the wind. Others thought that the coordinated movements and the evidence of a thin thread suggested something a bit more magical, like an entire fleet of tiny UFOs, or even better, fairies. Unsurprisingly, no one could come to a conclusion as to what these strange objects were, leaving the original poster and his video perplexed. They seemed to move unnaturally, almost as if they knew what they were doing. Was this incredible footage simply a natural phenomenon? One viewer suggested it could be some sort of glitch caused by an alien cloaking device, but who knows? Many questions remain, and with no hard evidence to go off, one thing's for sure: this strange and unexplained footage caught on a Ring doorbell has left the internet perplexed. One thing's for sure: this unsettling footage is sure to give viewers the creeps.